This is Fraser Coast Stories with George Seymour. We are recording this episode today in Maryborough City Hall with Joy Duke, the president of the Fraser Coast Agricultural Show Society Incorporated. Good afternoon, Joy. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, George.
Thanks. And we've got the show coming up soon?
We have, just a few days away now.
That's May the 21st.
May the 21st on the Thursday, and Friday's the 22nd, which is People's Day on the Friday.
The show holiday, yeah?
Yeah, that's right.
And
that's
what
correct.
can people expect at the show this year?
Oh, we've got lots of new things this year, George. We've got some really exciting new events happening. So this year, right in front of the grandstand, we have created the exhibition arena. And in that arena, we will have, and that which means people that are sitting in the grandstand will be entertained all day.
Yeah,
right
because it used to be like with the long forgotten trotting track really got in the way.
Yeah, that's right. Well, this year in that arena right in front of the grandstand, we have dog obedience, the Great War living history, which is the World War I talk, roping, fire safety, out on the track for the entertainment. As soon as those motorbikes start roaring, people start magnetising towards the arena. And this year we've got the roly-poly quads. We also have the freestyle trails, which we've had before, but this year we've got the motorcycle chariots. And so the motorcycle chariots are similar to the chariot races, except they're motorbikes. So that'll be a real thrill seeker for the younger generation, I'm sure. And also the Highland cattle will be making an appearance this year, so much to the delight of a lot of young teenage girls who've said, please, can we have the Highlander cattle? Yes, we've got the Highlander cattle this year. We've got fashions on the field as well, which is, we've had lots of entries for that one, which is great. Then in Kids Corner, George, we have a whole heap of new attractions in there. A lot of the attractions in Kids Corner this year will be free, as well as the ever popular petting zoo, which is double the size of last year, because I can remember going over and having a look at that, and it was mainly all the adults were in there, and the kids were taking second place. So we've got biscuit icing for the kids. We've got lots of free things for the children, especially I think in every pavilion we have a free children's activity. Yeah,
fantastic. And the Show Society goes back a long way in our community. I mean, I think it was advertised in the Chronicle on Saturday, the 24th of July, 1875. A notice was placed. A meeting is called for Monday evening at the Royal Hotel of gentlemen interested in the formation of an agricultural and pastoral society. The importance to a district like ours of such a society cannot be easily estimated. Its exhibitions of stock and produce have the effect of bringing a number of people together in honourable and healthy rivalry. They serve to amuse and instruct thousands and give a stimulus to pursuits which are the very vitals of our industrial life. So that meeting was in 1875. You're now the president of that society.
And not a gentleman.
No. And the very first president of that society was Henry Palmer, the first mayor of Maryborough.
True.
Yeah. And then the first show that society had was the next year on the 18th and 19th of May, 1876.
That's true.
So 150 years ago.
We're 151 years this year.
Well, the organisation is.
Yes, that's right.
But the first show was 1876.
That's right. Yeah. Yes, that's right. So we've come a long way, haven't we?
That's right. Yes, but still very much as to what it was originally. That friendly and healthy rivalry, a stimulus.
Absolutely.
See, how do you stay true to those original foundations from 1875 whilst also being relevant to today's society?
We have in our pavilions we have a lot of generational stewards. So for instance, in the fruit and veg we have Eunice Holmes and her daughters and their family. They're involved now. Eunice is the daughter of Mr. Lenville.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so we were only talking about the stands that she has in her pavilion, and she said, you know, Joyce, she said, my dad actually made the stands that we have. So, you know, there's a lot of history there. I took over the horticultural pavilion many, many years ago, but I had some great, wonderful mentors who'd been there for a long, long time. And we have can I say we've stuck to the tradition of horticulture, and it has changed, particularly in floral art. The trends have changed, but basically it's still the very same. I'd like to see the sugarcane come back. That's something that was at the show, I believe, many years ago. That would be really beaut to come back. But the boys in the heritage tractors and machinery, they're really exploding this year. They've got a lot of new interest within what they've got as well. So you know, when we talk about agriculture, we are the Fraser Coast Agriculture Show Society, but I think that we are very much a community show. I've travelled over a lot of the show societies in the last couple of years in my role, and I've noticed that we're very lucky here in the Fraser Coast, because a lot of the exhibits have their own pavilion, and that's unique. You know, I've gone to a lot of shows where we've got that lovely exhibition hall out at the showgrounds, but that's what other shows have got, and then they've squished everything in there. You know, they've got the cooking in there, and they've got the horticulture and all those sorts of things. But we're so unique and so lucky to have these lovely big pavilions that we can work in. So, you know, we've got lots and lots. We have nearly 400 volunteers, George,
it's a big
to make this work, and we have one paid employee.
And so how many people attended last year?
25,000.
Was that a record?
It was a record.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's 25,000 is a lot of people.
It is.
And
it is.
Will there be any exciting new rides this year?
Yes. Now, I can't tell you exactly what the Showman's Guild is bringing, but I know that they said it's going to be just as big as last year. And last year, I believe, we had 25 rides alone, let alone anything else, you know, Dagwood Dogs or Fairy Floss, just the rides, 25 rides. So we've got the Great Ocean Helicopters, they're coming to the show this year. So they'll be offering helicopter rides as well. We've got a lot. The horse events, we have 10 individual events within the equestrian program this year, which is massive. That is, massive, So, and we've got, and you know, we're catering for all people, George. So just not the children and the in-betweens and the older people as well, but also people with disability that can go out to the show and enjoy the show, and I guess those lovely memories that we all remember about shows. Yeah,
and it is such an experience. Like, it's one time of year where I would see axe competitions. It's one time of year where, you know, people have the frivolity of buying show bags. So it is really just a special occasion.
It's a treat. It's a once a year treat. And I can remember I used to compete in horse events through the Pony Club when I was a child. And so, you know, that's ingrained in me, the show societies, and there's nothing. And I can remember walking into the horticultural society, into the horticulture pavilion, which is the Herb McLean horticulture pavilion. And it was one year that the poultry weren't there. They didn't have any chooks that year, and it just didn't seem the same. Because when I go into the horticulture pavilion at 5:30 or 6 o'clock in the morning and open that pavilion up, all I can hear is the roosters and the chooks next door, and it just wasn't the same. And it's the smell, the hay, the animals. And this year, George, we have a very big goat show. So they're miniature goats.
I won't miss that.
Miniature goat show. So it's a show within a show, and I believe that they've got over 100 entries in that alone. So, you know, that's wonderful too.
And it is this great demonstration of local agriculture, but it's also this traveling community of the showmen, of the show bags and the different rides. And we had that really special experience last year. We went to the school, a traveling school for the kids.
They arrive on Friday.
There are about, I don't know, maybe 15 or 20 kids that travel across the country year round.
They're very well educated.
It's a really good group of kids.
Very well educated. The children that, you know, belong to the Showman's Guild. Things have changed so much, haven't they?
And how do you get young people involved in the show?
Well, through great memories. And I'm hoping that this year, George, with having all these free activities for the children, that they may get involved. And of course, once, you know, mum and dad, they get involved, mum and dad get involved too. But it's just spreading the word. And also we have what we call Next Gen.
Yeah.
And they are Next Gen and Future Gen, so they're a young bunch of youngsters. They're very involved, very proactive, and they come up with some wonderful ideas too. And sometimes they leave us oldies behind.
Yeah.
But this year we have a very young board of directors.
Yeah.
So. And that's just like a breath of fresh air.
Good.
It's just wonderful. They've come across with some wonderful ideas and moving forward into 2027.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, thanks, Joy. I'm looking forward to the show. I'll be there on the Thursday and the Friday. It'll be it's always a great experience, but I think this will be better than ever.
Yes, thank you, George. Thank you very much.